guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. And I figured I probably should do a video talking about sort of the fallout of safety net being implemented in the game, because certainly it will drastically affect our community, right? Like, a lot of people who watch me, watch other YouTubers, follow, certain people on Twitter to see info that's revealed, stuff like that. Obviously, early showcases. Maybe if you're playing JP Dokkan like me, you're looking at like the wiki or DBZ space to see translations for the units and stuff like that. All of that is a thing, right? Now, a lot of these sources, they're pulling all the info, the assets, everything directly from the Dokkan database. A lot of them are using, again, I'm not the most knowledgeable on this stuff, but I believe there's programs people are using to basically rip the assets and stuff from the game itself, right? Now, safety net basically prevents all of these things from connecting to it. Now, I'm almost certain if the person is smart enough, they could work around all this stuff, but we'll see, who actually does it, right? But I'm pretty, again, like, I would imagine Renzi, the guy who built DBZ Space, probably could still do stuff if he wanted to, right? But that's just my assumption. I've not spoke to Renzi about this. All right, so again, I wanted to sort of go over the fallout of safety net, right? Because a lot of people know that, like, presumably, like, a lot of the early, like, showcases people do will all be gone, right? Like, now, like, if you want to do, like, a video on a link level 10 unit or something like that, you have to actually grind it up. You want to use the unit in-game, you actually have to summon them. I do personally think that is a good change, but there are some negative drawbacks to a lot of the stuff in here as well, right? So for starters, we have this right here, this post. So this guy right here, this is Horace. This is one of the main guys that works on the wiki right here. The Dokkan wiki, obviously this right here, right? This is my most used website on the internet. There's probably not a website I go to more than the Dokkan wiki. Maybe Twitter, or, well, I guess YouTube. Yeah, my job. But besides YouTube, the Dokkan wiki has got to be right up here, right? Just an amazing site. I think they do an absolutely tremendous job with this wiki over here. I think they do a very good job. And Horace pointing out that update will stop their wiki from uploading new content, since a lot of it relies on images, original assets, and infos from the game's database. Now, for sure, they could still sort of do stuff, but like if we pull up, let's just pull up like the new Gohan, right? So some of this stuff we're definitely not going to be able to know for sure, right? So we have some units, right, do certain things like they stack defense. We can get the exact percentage of what they're buffing through the database, right? But like, maybe the next defensive stacking unit they drop actually stacks their defense by 50% for 99 turns instead. But outside of actual testing in game, we're not going to figure that out, right? So, things like that. Or the 12 key multipliers, right? A lot of these percentages down here, this is all stuff that's going to now be hidden if we can't access the database and see, right? But a lot of this, the outward info, right? Like Goresh is still going to do translation and stuff like that. Like they'll still be able to make pages and stuff like this on the wiki. It's just some of the percentages, I think, would be hidden, right? Then we have this right here. Because Air Dokkan sort of like tweeted out that same thing, from the wiki, that post the guy made on the wiki. And then Carrie sort of quoted it and, going over the things that will be affected by safety net. So the private servers / change actions, which, is basically where people just are able to flick a switch and then, they get every single unit in the game rainbowed and all that stuff, level 10 links and stuff. Again, like the link level up system was not intended to be done in 5 seconds. So, now it's like, you want to do the link level 10 showcase? Well, get to grinding, buddy. Bots, stuff like farming bots and stuff like that. Originally I had heard that the farming bots, it's not my assumption. It's not me making it up, but I had heard that the bots actually did have a large effect on safety net, like starting to be pushed, right? I also heard that the reason safety net is being pushed right now very likely is because of this. I made a tweet about this. I might as well. This is a good time, I guess, to go ahead and bring this in. But I did sort of hear this right here. So if you guys are not familiar, last week there was a Global Dokkan did like an app update and stuff like that, or data download, or whatever it was. But they sort of messed up, and they allowed a lot of data to be visible, right? So things like the summon rates, chain battle info, right? They revealed that Super Saiyan 4 Goji, like the banner, we saw the Trunks and Goten banner. From what I heard, that is actually probably the reason they're doing safety net right now, right? Because again, they sort of half-assedly put safety net in back in October, but they never actually flipped the switch to make it like actually like live and blocking people from doing all this stuff. But again, from what I heard, after they sort of like accidentally allowed the database to be seen, and then people who could, access it, they're able to see like the summon rates and all that stuff, that caused Dokkan to go, no more. So, I mean, we'll see. All right, let's go back to what Carrie was saying. So, yeah, bots, like the farming bots and stuff like that. Good riddance. Fuck the farming bots, dude. I hate that shit because that's, again, filling up the friends list with all those SR friends and stuff like that. I mean, yes, dude. Could Dokkan just literally fix the friend system? Yes. Yeah, they could. But it doesn't change the fact that those goddamn farming bots did not help anything, right? Asset downloaders will definitely be a shame, right? I think even for like YouTubers and stuff like that, making thumbnails and stuff will be a little bit more difficult. Now DBZ space and the Dokkan wiki, this to me, this is the one change that really does bum me out. Is like, again, like DBZ space is a literal like just like plugging into the game and pulling out all the info, and again, a database. DBZ space and the Dokkan wiki should be dead now, which is going to be unfortunate for sure. I mean, the wiki, again, they could still like build pages and stuff like that, but without access to the actual database, that will be a shame. So that also includes like Dokkan assets, right? Sort of like posting all the assets and stuff like that. Probably is not going to happen anymore, but we'll sort of see what's going to happen. Early showcases for YouTubers, yeah, that likely is going to be all going away, right? Again, summon for the unit, get them, and then you could do a video on them now. Which, again, I think is going to be better for the community overall anyway. Data mining, to some extent, yes. Again, I think there's still going to be people who know what they're doing that could still see some stuff. News about Dokkan from Twitter third-party users. Well, okay. I don't think this one is necessarily true. I mean, if he's talking about someone like Air Dokkan or Luca Dokkan or something like that, like their info will all still likely pretty much be the same. I mean, Air Dokkan did get some info from the database here and there, right? But like, they're still able to like, the news pops up, they tweet it out. A lot of people like look to them for that stuff. And then obviously emulators are not going to work as well. Now, one last thing I do want to address is this guy right here, Team Dokkaner. Kawhi, I seriously, I'm gonna tell you all right now, I don't think they are affected. What they did is not exactly the same thing as what, sort of these, like, other data miners and stuff did. They have, like, a source or something, right? Because, like, I remember before, I think it was the $250 million celebration, I think it was. Like, they had a full-on PowerPoint presentation with what all the units do and stuff like that. So, whatever their info is, I imagine they will still have access to whatever it is that they have access to. So, if they would choose to, leak info ahead of time to sort of hype people up, I do think that could still be a thing, right? Team Dokkan or Kawhi, I seriously. And this site right here might be a little bit more relevant to a lot of people. This Oh My Gotcha, if they decide to drop any info. Remember, we saw Team Dokkan and Oh My Gotcha revealed that like LR Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta was coming, and there was no Kid Buu coming for the second part of the Worldwide Download Celebration last year. Things like that we very much could still see. And then, remember, certain times like this, like when he basically let us know, like, hey, LRUI Goku is coming, right? Like, that stuff was very, very hype. So, Let me know what you guys think about safety nets being implemented into the game. Again, right now, I would say this is actually, I think it's going to be a good change for the game and the community. I think things are going to be much healthier overall. I could be wrong, though. I mean, we could definitely see how it's going to turn out, right? Think about, like, these live streams, though. You know, the 5 and 6 year anniversary live stream where, you know, they drop info right away, right? Like so they did the data download, and then after the data download, you know, we saw everything that's coming, and then they do the live stream revealing stuff we've already seen. Like, those days will be gone. Now it's going to be like, we're probably going to get those reveals from the live streams, you know, from Dokkan itself. So that definitely could be a good thing for more and maximum hype, right? So let me know what you guys think of Safety Net on its way. Who knows when it's actually going to be fully implemented. As far as Hydros told me, at this point, I don't think it even requires an app update or anything. It's literally they just flip a switch and boom, that shit is on. So we shall see, right? So thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.